Hello there.
I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party, and we've got our first teaser trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps. Looking forward to this one. Obviously, we've been waiting for Marvel's first family to show up on the scene in the MCU. We ended up getting Reed Richards' alternate in Multiverse of Madness, but now we're going to get the true Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, joining the MCU, but it's not going to be exactly our MCU. At least that's what we're thinking from the pictures.
Right, because they're doing more of like a vintage futuristic type feel to it. Very like the World's Fair type situation. And then, the Fantastic Four is no stranger to the big screen. We did have...
Her dog is squeaking on
Yeah,
her
she
toy.
is.
No, you're ruining the take. But yeah, World Fair.
Right. And Fantastic Four is no stranger to the big screen because we've seen them on there. But I'm curious to see what the MCU version of the Fantastic Four is going to be all about.
But we're going to check out this trailer. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you have not. We really appreciate it. We're going through the WWE Royal Rumble. Actually, we already went through the Women's Royal Rumble as well as the Men's Royal Rumble. And those are on the channel now. But let's get into the teaser trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps. Now.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
Look at that.
How's that sauce coming? Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Okay.
I mean, he's no stranger to food, right?
That's
Because he's
true.
in the bear.
Yeah, Richie.
Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
I love Harvey already.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Wait, whoa!
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Spitfire.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Look at them cars.
Malkovich?
It's a
Galactus?
family.
Yes! That chorus. Damn.
Just a little tease.
Yeah, of course. Just a taste. Just a tease. Did not know John Malkovich was in it. John Malkovich. Was that John? Like, it seemed like
looked
him.
like
The music, right? I'm pulling it up just to see if he is. The music, that Michael Giacchino, dude. Michael
Yes.
Giacchino. Killing it once again. We did hear the music that he released, like the original,
Right,
I think,
a little
just
bit.
singular title track coming up from the actual movie. And it's funny because he also scored The Incredibles, which was also a Fantastic Four.
A fantastic family for sure.
And it also kind of has the same aesthetic too, with a little bit of like futuristic, retro, vintage type feel.
It does very much so. So he was in it. This is definitely in his wheelhouse. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of that music.
Hearing more.
Hearing more of the music in the actual movie itself. Obviously, in this trailer, we didn't get a whole lot. We got a little glimpse of Galactus.
Right.
We got to see a little bit of like the mission that they went on and that disaster that turned them into what they are now, into the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You got to see the Baxter Building just a little bit. The car just a little bit. But that is, I do enjoy that aesthetic of that vintage
feel.
Vintage futuristic feel,
Right.
which is kind of cool. And they also did that in Fallout 2, where they use that feel as well.
Right.
It's just something about it where you take the old and you combine it with something new,
Right.
and it just feels like cool.
And then Eben Moss, Bacharach, coming in as Ben Grimm, which I love because the dude was Micro in the Punisher series. And we actually did go to a convention in Phoenix, Arizona, Ace Comic Con, where we got to see Punisher and Micro together on stage. So the fact that he got to be in Marvel once before, smaller supporting character, now he's one of the Fantastic Four. He killed it already on The Bear, as you said. He was also in not the Mandalorian. Andor. There's so many now when it comes to Star Wars shows. But Andor, even though he was only in like a couple episodes, but seeing him here as Ben, getting Joseph Quinn too, who killed it in Stranger Things as Eddie, right?
Yep.
So you can check out our reactions to that because he just one role, man, and he'd probably been around for a while, but dominated in that role to the point where
Right, he steal the show a lot of time in that and steal the show in that a lot of time in that show. To the point where you kind of go back to see like what are things that he was in, and was surprising to be like, oh yeah, he was in this like little part in Game of Thrones, and now look at him. So you sometimes you never know. It just can happen in that one role that you do, and it dominates, or like it just is a global sensation, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, those doors open up. So
and
it's exciting.
And Matt Shackman, who's directing this movie, he directed also some of the Game of Thrones as well with Pedro Pascal too. So
and Pedro is in that as.
Yeah,
they're just all over the
they've all been
place.
together before. They didn't show anything about Mr. Fantastic's powers, which I'm cool with. You got to save that. You don't give us everything. So we'll get to see that play out. Vanessa Kirby. I love Vanessa Kirby.
She got a good name.
Amazing. That's true, huh? Kirby. I love it. I know Vanessa.
No.
But yeah.
Both of it.
I'm excited. It's the ensemble, right? That's what's got to have the chemistry. You got to have that family dynamic. And they're really putting that literally at the forefront of the trailer, saying we have dinner every night or at least once a week, and everybody comes here no matter what. So you've got that very strong quartet when it comes to the Fantastic Four, and Herbie as well. I don't even think we got to hear Herbie's voice, but I'm looking forward to. We're all looking forward to this movie.
Right, I do like the way that they did the thing. Too, I feel like it feels more like there's more texture into it based on, and then I'm just comparing it to the way it looked in the other Fantastic Four movies, and I do like this, the way that they did it this way, the design of this one a little bit better.
And granted, this one is a little bit more, I guess, comic accurate, you would say, in terms of how it looks, but you're right, just the quality of it does look a little bit better, but granted, many years ago with CG for the design of the original thing.
Right, which is great though, because a lot of times you feel like the past was good, and then they kind of are like, what were they thinking in this one? So I'm happy to say that this one does look good, versus where it could have been the other way around, where like, well, the other design looked a lot better. Why are they not? Come on, Marvel! Like, why aren't you not?
So,
you know what I mean? Like,
in other
taking
words,
the time for that, but it's the other way around.
In other words, so far, so good.
Yes.
So Galactus showing up on the scene. I'm wondering if Galactus is going to end up destroying their world, and somehow they get out, and it's like they're remorseful and heartbroken for the destruction of their world, but they're in our world, and now have to, take what they know and come and help our world from Galactus.
That's the part that I'm really curious about.
Yeah.
Is like, how are they going to explain that?
Right.
So we'll see.
We'll see indeed. But what did you think of the teaser trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. You can also like and subscribe.
And did a thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord. Remember when Kevin Feige was like, and maybe somebody a little bit more fantastic back in 2019 when we went to Comic-Con, and now we're here.
Yeah, way before Blade. And he actually announced Blade when he announced nothing about Fantastic Four back then. So it took the long way around, but we're finally here. Thanks so much. And as always,
Now it's time to say goodbye.
this party is over.
Bye.
Bye.